So you guys are already working with like a lot of the Fortune 500, and now you've introduced this, Optro AI. What did a typical day look like for an internal audit team at a large enterprise before you guys kind of rolled out this AI?
Well, typical for an internal audit team, a typical day is pretty straightforward. In the sense that like the bulk of the work is actually spent on coordination and document review. And so you think about like, say, hey, I just need to do sort of an audit of privacy or password policies. And actually whether and the sort of the controls around that and whether they're adhered to within the business. And so what they do is, so what an internal auditor would do is say, okay, here's where I want to focus on this business unit, this product line, and then they go identify the people, they go find the evidence that sort of that's supposed to support that, like, hey, data is encrypted, or password policies are being enforced, and they go get all that and they go review that, sort of they align all the various policies and documents, whatnot. So you can imagine like a very like labor intensive manual process where a person just staring at a screen saying, hey, this one line over here, does it look like that line over there? Or is there something that off? Is there a period that's off? Is it attached to the wrong, service or business entity or whatnot? And so like that's where our customers spend 75% of their time. I think, now, I think sort of, I imagine your follow-up question is going to be like, hey, what does it look like now? And so we're in a journey. What it looks like now depends very much on actually the person who wants to use it. Now, what I mean by that is AI is so powerful, like it's clearly so powerful right now that you can actually do so much. But it does actually still require that you set things up appropriately so that it can work consistently, predictably, reliably, repeatably. And the ones that should really, really embrace that like, hey, they try to use it, in a first pass, and it sort of doesn't work quite the way they want it to work. Um, and they spend the time and figuring out, hey, maybe I have to sort of rewrite this description. Maybe I have to sort of sequence it in some specific way. Like they're the ones where, so that 75% spent on the particular task may go down by as much as 50 or 60 or 70%. Right. But, going back to sort of your earlier question, what that tells you is that alignment is still everything. And people in general have spent so much time, like people sort of, we in our processes in our day-to-day lives, we learn a lot of things. We distill things from our training, from our experience, from our internal rules when we perform a particular task. At times, it's actually sort of difficult to quickly just sit down and just write down exactly what you want. And that's actually real work to go figure out what all those things are so that someone else can understand. And if a person does that, I think they begin to see pretty magical things even today.